What's good? What's good? I'm back. Yours truly, one and only Paul Pickett, host of the Paul Pickett Podcast, aka Triple P, aka the Common Sense Podcast, your source for music, sports, politics, world events, and much, much more. Starting today, I'm gonna start doing things differently. I'm gonna record 2 or 3 pieces of content. That way, I have more time to focus on Promo Palace, Dizzle brand, and New Litter Apparel, and also be on the lookout. We got the new Dizzle brand gummies. Dizzle basically did a little merger with Camp Nova and Dizzle, basically combined for a little cannabis products kind of deal. So we got gummies out there now. You can go to dizzlenova.com for the gummies, and of course dizzlebrand.com for the liquor and whatnot. So and we should have commercials coming for those as well. I'm going to react to a video about a alleged hate crime. Before we do, though, I want to give you a word from promopalace.biz.
Further than Promo Palace LLC, your one-stop shop for all music promotion services. Services include Spotify playlist pitching, YouTube video promotion, record pool promotion, blog placements, radio airplay promotion, SoundCloud promotion, and much more. With over 2,000 customers and over 10 years of experience in online promotion, Promo Palace LLC is a company you can trust. For more info, please go to promopalace.biz. See you there.
That's right. You heard the beautiful lady. If you need online marketing promotions for your music, your product, your brand, or your service, please go to promopalace.biz. You can also email promopalace1@gmail.com. That's promopalace, the number 1, @gmail.com. Let's get into it. And I'm actually going to play the whole video from the beginning. So you'll probably see the sponsorship from the video, which I don't personally mind, because any content creators that I support and that I like to react to, I don't mind if their sponsors and their ads are shown on my channel, and I've seen other content creators do it before, what I'm saying, as well. Let's keep it moving.
Immediately after that, I went up kind of like coals on a barbecue. Instantly just went into flames. They were obviously out targeting LGBT community.
Rowan suffered second-degree burns, mostly along his side and back. Not clear if he'll need surgery. He says this is definitely a hate crime, and he filed a police report.
He made it all up. This video is brought to you by Sounds of Freedom, brought to you by Sounds of Freedom. Coming this July the 4th, witness the gripping reality of true heroism with the film Sounds of Freedom. From Angel Studios, the force behind his only son, comes an extraordinary true story of courage and redemption. Sounds of Freedom is an incredible movie. People are talking about it everywhere. You don't want to miss it. Starring Jim Caviezel, the actor renowned for his unforgettable portrayal of Jesus in The Passion of the Christ, and Academy Award winning Myra Sorvino. Inspired by remarkable acts of bravery, Sounds of Freedom unveils the breathtaking true events of a dangerous mission to save young, innocent lives. Experience the spirit of hope and power of human resilience. Sounds of Freedom, PG-13, may be inappropriate for children under 13. Go to angel.com/freedom for tickets and showtimes and more information, exclusively in theaters on July the 4th. So don't miss it. Like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell so you get notification anytime I go live, make a video. Make sure you still subscribe to this channel. Like this video. Comment on this video. Share this video. Let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen and ladies from Israel, right off the Sea of Galilee. Let's talk about this nut job that literally made news around the world for a alleged hate crime that didn't happen. Matter of fact, not only was it worse than Jussie Smollett, because not only did the hate crime not happen, he actually was in the middle of victimizing a pregnant woman, beating her, bludgeoning her, sending her to the hospital before she set him on fire. Now, let me just give you the backstory. I know you guys saw the news clip at the very beginning of this video, but the quick backstory is that he claimed he got video, pictures, and everything of him getting brutally beaten, claiming that it was some homophobic slurs that were yelled at him, and he got beaten and set on fire for no reason. He said he got set on fire. Listen to me clearly. He got set on fire for no reason in an alleged hate crime against the LGBTQ. This is what this man said. Let it get all in the news. And then CCTV exclusive video. The police had the video evidence of him bludgeoning, beating a pregnant woman to the point she was sent to the hospital. And then, I can't play all the stuff because, they'll ban your boy and they'll put you on age restriction. Put her in the hospital. And in her ditch effort to survive, she set him on fire, which is incredibly impressive in my opinion. But she set the dude on fire. Now the world isn't going to come out and blast this man. He should go to prison for like at least 50 years. He should go to prison for the time that a person would get if they actually perpetuated the hate crime. So he should go to prison, but the world is not going to come out and say, we have a problem with people faking hate crimes. I honestly believe.
Let me stop right there. I do agree that if you fake a hate crime and you clearly are guilty of faking a hate crime, you should go to prison for the length of whatever said hate crime would be. I do agree with that. 1,000%. And yes, this is the thing. This is what I want to touch on. You do see, I'm sorry, right? Nowadays, you see more people faking hate crimes than actual hate crimes. Do I think there's people that target gays? Yeah. Do I think there's a large population of people that target gays? No. I believe it's the other way around. I believe the gays are doing all the targeting nowadays. They're targeting kids. They're trying to force all Americans to support Pride Month. Just because you accept something doesn't mean you have to agree with it or have to support it. I'm going to take that stance to the day that I die. Just because I accept something, that I accept this thing in society, doesn't mean I have to agree with it or support it. And yes, I accept gays. They've been around for tens of thousands, 100,000 since mankind has been around. There's been gay people. But do I have to agree with it? No, I don't. Do I have to support it and go wave flags? No, I don't. And they're doing the targeting right now. The transgender, the LGBTQ community, they're targeting people's kids. They're doing the majority targeting. And we got to stop. We got to stop believing every word that comes out of somebody's mouth. And they can't show no receipts with it. They can't show no receipts. You best believe that anything that I've said I've done in life, I could show receipts. Like if you go to my promopals.biz and you look at my client list, I could show you receipts of all the people I promoted. I could show you that I actually got paid to promote the Baby's 21 record. So when I say, hey, I promoted the Baby, I can actually show proof and receipts of that. I could show you reports that I sent out after being paid to promote this record. And what I did, I will say this, what I did had nothing to do with him getting signed. He was already in negotiations with the label. You know, I just got the last little bit. But that's what we're doing in society. We're just taking everybody's word for it just because they said it. Somebody said, oh, somebody did something to them. Oh, they run wild with it. The media runs wild. He said it had to happen. So it had to happen. Same thing with the Jesse Smollett. Same thing with the so-called pregnant Karen and bike incident. They showed receipts. And I don't mean you got to show actual receipts. When I say receipts, meaning proof to back up your claims. Because people are just taking everything off of face value. You know, woman says she's been raped. Oh, we got to automatically believe her. With no evidence of proof yet. No DNA. We haven't seen scratches, scars, bruises. None of that yet. And we automatically, you know, believe in her. Or this instance right here, you know, this guy says, oh, I got set on fire because they were targeting gay people. They said homophobic slurs at me. So they automatically believe him. And it's horseshit. Let's keep it moving.
Believe that racism is so dead in America that they got to make it up. They got to create fake scenarios in order to make up this concept of racism. Remember Sandman, the young kid that supposedly grimaced at this Native American guy? When that guy was the problem, they end up paying him millions of dollars. Homophobia is so bad, they got to make up fake hate crimes. Trump supporters are so bad, Jussie Smollett had to make up a lie, him getting beat up in the middle of Chicago in the middle.
You know what? And I'm glad you said that. Like, people are just not getting in their car every day and saying, let's go target gay people. What's happening is they're getting tired of gay people, LGBTQ community, liberals, rogue teachers, college professors, trying to indoctrinate their kids. You know what I'm saying? And trying to force their kids to accept, agree, and support this lifestyle choice, you know, this community lifestyle choice. It's a choice. Nobody's born gay. That's bogus. And nobody's, you know, born transgender. Sorry, it's bogus. These are choices that people are making, you know, and being gay and being transgender, that's apples and oranges that you're comparing, because one is a delusion. One is a physical, mental, emotional attraction to the same sex, and now they're just trying to basically say that if you're attracted to the same sex, you're supposed to be the opposite sex, is what it seems like. You know, so there's a lot going on here, you know, and they're trying to push it on kids. They're trying to force it on kids. They're trying to indoctrinate it on kids. They're trying to force all of society to agree with this and support this. You know, they're when religion sits there and pushes back on it, they want to attack religion. You know, like, let's stop it with who's doing the targeting. It's so bogus. It's such a false narrative. The targeting is being done from the left of trying to force this on everybody. And it was okay, you know, when you wasn't forcing it upon everybody. But now you're trying to force it upon everybody. Every single advertisement. It ain't even just Pride Month. It's Pride Year. It's all year long. You see these ads, you know, trying to force it upon us, trying to make us agree and support it. It's like my homeboy said on the phone yesterday that, you know, society is changing and we just all got to change with it. No, that's bogus. We don't have to change across the board. We can pick and choose what things that we want to change with society. I choose to change involved with technology in society, but you trying to force me to accept transgenderism, it'll never happen. I'll never accept it. I'll never agree with it, and I'll never support it. And yeah, like, I'm seeing more instances of hate crimes being faked than actual hate crimes being done. I mean, last hate crime that I really remember is that black dude that ran over all the white people with his car, because he hated white people. It's like, but even that's like, that's not like, that's a rarity. It's not like black dudes are waking up every day and say, yo, I'm going to go, run over some white people, man. I don't think most people are waking up every single day and saying, I want to go commit a hate crime. I think the majority of people are saying, fuck, I have to go to work. I don't want to go to work, but I have to go to work because I have to pay these bills. I have to take care of these responsibilities. I have to take care of my wife. I have to take care of my kids. Or if you're just single like me, you got to take care of yourself. You got to pay all the rent and all the bills yourself. So somebody has to do it. I can't imagine that I would be able to actually pay any bills if I just wake up every day and say, hey, you know what? I'm just going to go commit hate crimes every day. Like, how the fuck are bills getting paid? Only a rich motherfucker could do some shit like that. Motherfucker that's paid out the wana, whatever they paid out the anus. Like, a motherfucker that's paid like crazy could go just say, I'm going to go commit hate crimes every day, or just some fucking hateful piece of shit scumbag motherfucker. I just don't think the majority of people are even thinking about the next man. I don't think the majority of people in American society are even thinking about the next man. They're just thinking about their responsibilities, their little bubble, their little circle, and that's it. Which has nothing to do with wanting to commit hate crimes every day.
Night and freezing temperature, pouring what did he say? He poured bleach on him with a noose on his neck. This ain't the only time, bro. This ain't the only time. I know some of y'all know, if you follow me, this ain't the only time they make up stuff like this. I remember the dude making up that I think his bar got vandalized or whatever. They found the damaged TVs in his van, spray paint the N-word everywhere. They found the spray paint cans in his van. This fool had the evidence of faking a hate crime in his own vehicle that they end up catching at the scene. So when you look at all of this stuff, you say, if it was so.
And why did they do it? Why did they fake a hate crime? Because people are automatically going to believe them. More than damn near half of America is automatically going to believe them. No evidence, no proof. And I mean, like, the Jussie Smollett one was just like really, really like crazy. Because like literally when the cops got there hours later, he still had the noose around his neck, and apparently the sub was still intact. His sandwich was still intact. I know if me and anybody else, me and one other person jumped somebody with a Subway sandwich in a ham, that sub is not going to be intact. And we might take it and eat it. Who knows? But like, yeah, there was just too many things that automatically didn't add up. But once again, you scream hate crime or rape, they automatically believe you with no proof or evidence. We got to stop doing that. And I got to question the character of any person who does that. Every single time there's a rape, somebody screams rape or somebody screams hate crime, which is basically a lot of times they're crying wolf. And yes, there's a lot of instances of rape, but there's a lot of women out there screaming rape and won't even rape, trying to ruin a man's life. I mean, there's a lot of women out there trying to ruin a man's life because he broke up with him or cheated on him. That's no reason to try to ruin somebody's life. Just because you're emotionally distraught, you can't control your emotions. Let's hear a little bit more.
So bad, y'all wouldn't have to fake hate crimes. And there's other videos and stories that I'm going to talk about either over the weekend of actual violent crimes perpetuated by black men against Asians, against white people, and there's no coverage. There's no care and concern. You look at statistical data, black people kill white people at twice the number as white people kill black people. It's twice the number. It's double. And the population of black people is significantly lower than the population of white people. If you ask me, if there's an epidemic in violence, there's epidemic in violence in the black community and black perpetuated violence against white people. But we can't talk about that because it doesn't meet the narrative. We're not interested in media today with truth. We're interested in coddling feelings and pushing an agenda. If we would actually tell the truth, we would understand that there's really no homophobia. And the homophobia that exists, I mean, when I say it's no pervasive homophobia, the homophobia that exists is because people are forcing it in the faces of people when most people couldn't care less. Or the racism that's because people are thrusting themselves in positions of division that causes people to have conflict that we would not necessarily have conflict in. You know, and I could go on for 25 minutes about this, but I need to make other videos too. And I'm short. I'm pressed on time because I'm literally in Israel trying to experience.
And you know what? And I got to do another video too. And he pretty much just said the same thing I said. Like, we didn't care. We didn't even. Nobody was even paying attention to gay people until you try to start forcing it on kids and forcing it upon everybody. Like, more than just Pride Month. It's every single day. It's 365 days of the year. They're trying to force people to agree, accept, and support this. And there's going to be some people that would never accept it. They would never accept it. I think I convinced my longtime friend on the phone yesterday that you have to accept it. You just don't have to agree with it or support it. He was like, "Nah, I don't accept it," because he got kids and all that. And I'm like, well, it's been around since the beginning of time. It's nothing new. You got to accept that it's there. But do we have to agree with it and support it? No, you don't. So yeah, that's the thing. Like, I'm a laws of nature guy. Officer Tatum is, he's in Israel right now. He's a religious guy, but we agree on a lot of things because it's all about common sense, common knowledge. Like you said, just putting the facts on the table, the truth, deciding ourselves, do we agree with it, don't agree with it. Not just saying things just so you don't hurt somebody's feelings. I'll never live my life like that. If you think I'm just gonna say something just to say it so I don't hurt somebody's feelings, no, man. Then don't listen. If your feelings are hurt by anything I gotta say, the solution is don't listen. If there's people I don't like, I just don't listen. And I still listen to people I don't like because it's just crazy. Like, if you only listen to people you like, that you agree with, what are we talking about here? And that's how liberals would want to be. They just want to talk to people they only agree with. They don't want to have to talk to people they disagree with whatsoever. They want everybody to agree with them 1,000%. That's a pathetic way of thinking. That's a pathetic life to have. Like, I have friends that are friends with people that I don't like. And just because they're friends with people that I dislike doesn't change that anything about our friendship. It doesn't put any effect on it. Now, if it was somebody who did something like they robbed me at gunpoint, or they robbed me, or did something like that, tried to attempt murder, or it was just all out, just pure beef, yeah, I'll be like, I don't know, I can't fuck with you probably because you fuck with that dude. But we're talking about just dislike, somebody I dislike. And that's the thing. Liberals won't be your friend because you're friends with somebody they dislike. It's like, what kind of shit is that? A lot of my friends are probably friends with people I dislike because I don't get along with everybody. I don't agree with everybody, And some people, they want to be confrontational and too confrontational. But Yeah, man. You should get locked up if you commit a fake hate crime. You should get locked up for whatever the years would be for you if somebody got charged with the hate crime. And it makes it hard to believe people when real hate crimes do happen, because in the last year or two, we've actually seen more fake hate crimes, at least in the media, than real hate crimes. Because a lot of these so-called hate crimes, you end up finding out that they were hoaxes. They were like this one. This guy is attacking a pregnant woman, but the news, what does the news do? The news, not being journalists anymore, not being actual reporters anymore, they just take it and run with it, because he says, oh, he's gay. He's must be marginalized and oppressed, and as soon as he says, oh, I was attacked and set on fire, they just run with it. And what's amazing is how the hell did she even set him on fire while he was beating her up and whatnot? She was pregnant and whatnot. I mean, like, come on, man. I mean, it's one thing for a man to beat a woman, but a pregnant woman, man, you beating a pregnant woman now? Like, some women, like, some women, I ain't gonna lie, they ask for it. They try to put their hands on a man a little too much and they ask for it. You know what I'm saying? But that's like the other incident. What was it? The dude was beating up the 14-year-old's mom in the store, and he shot him in the back. I mean, like, it's easy for dudes to beat women, man. That's why they always say, like, they shouldn't do it. It's really easy. I'm 5'4", man, and even I can, probably knock some bitches out if I wanted to. And I'm not really a fighter. I don't start fights. I'm a defensive guy. I'm not an offensive guy. I'm a defensive guy. But yeah, man, I'm with Officer Tatum on this. Nobody would even care and pay attention to gay people if he wasn't trying to force it on the kids, if he wasn't trying to force it on adults, make us have to accept it, agree with it, and support it, which half of America still won't, because, Muslims ain't going for that shit. Real Christians ain't going for that shit. I would argue real Jews ain't going for it. Mormons probably ain't going for it. There's going to be a lot of religions that ain't going for it. Buddhists, Catholics, unless they're the pedophile Catholics, they might go for it. And to me, I still think that this all leads to them trying to normalize pedophilia. I really do. 1,000%. That's what I believe. They're trying to normalize, and it used to be normalized. Roman society, Greek society, a lot of societies back in the days, it was normalized. Dudes, now people always talk about dudes marrying like 14-year-olds or whatnot. In the laws of nature, I don't really like. That's not really considered pedophilia. Like, once a female is old enough to procreate, and people are old enough to procreate, procreation is procreation. But when I think of pedophilia, I think about the age under procreation, the age where people can't procreate. To me, that's when pedophilia really comes in. Because a 14-year-old can procreate with a 14-year-old or 15-year-old. I know people say, oh, it's sick, disgusting, because it's an older man, but procreation is procreation. It's the laws of nature. I'm a laws of nature guy. So, I believe in the laws of nature, and I believe procreation starts when procreation starts. I don't control that. And people will say, well, God controls that. No, God doesn't control that. Nature controls that. Mother Nature controls when all mammals can start procreating with each other. But anything under the procreation age is like, even that's like really like not normal. It goes against the laws of nature. It's definitely pedophilia. It's definitely unnatural. It definitely should be frowned upon in society. I don't think kids shouldn't, like, this is the thing. Kids probably shouldn't learn sexuality until the point that they're old enough to procreate. Because before that, it's not even really I don't even know if I could really consider it intercourse if they can't procreate. I don't like if you can't procreate, I don't know what we got to call it something else. It's not sex, it's not intercourse. It's experimenting, I think. I think it's just two kids experimenting. All this starts at the point of procreation. Once you're old enough to procreate, I think that's when they should start teaching kids about sexuality and sex. That's just in my opinion, because I'm a laws of nature guy, and man and religion would say otherwise. But I have to, being that I believe in Mother Nature and the laws of nature, I got to go off of the time frame of when people are allowed to procreate. So, yeah, once again, I thank you for tuning in, Paul Pickett Podcast. And we out.